When did you realize you were everyone's emotional dumping ground? I was 27 when I understood that my family had been using me as their personal therapist since I was 8 years old. It started when Dad lost his job at the factory. Mom began working 3 cleaning jobs, my older brother Ethan got into constant trouble, and my younger sister Riley needed extra help with school. Someone had to be the stable one. That someone became me. I learned to absorb everyone else's problems like a sponge. When Dad came home angry, I'd distract Riley with games until the yelling stopped. When Ethan got arrested for shoplifting, I used my babysitting money to help with his fines. "You're so mature for your age," adults would say. What they really meant was, "You're convenient." Through high school and college, I sacrificed everything normal. Turned down sleepovers to comfort Mom through anxiety attacks. Chose community college over state university with my scholarship because we need you here. I watched my dreams shrink to accommodate everyone else's emotional needs. The pattern continued for years. Every family crisis landed in my lap. I started having constant headaches at 23, felt drained all the time. When I mentioned feeling overwhelmed, Mom said, "At least people trust you enough to share their problems." That's when it hit me. I wasn't their daughter. I was their emotional janitor. The breaking point came last Christmas. Dad cornered me in the kitchen, ranting about how ungrateful his family was. For 20 minutes, he dumped every resentment onto me while I nodded sympathetically. When he stormed out, Mom appeared. "Thank God you're here. I can't handle him when he gets like this." Then she launched into her own complaints. Before she finished, Ethan called about his girlfriend leaving him, and Riley texted, asking for advice about friend drama. I sat in that kitchen, drowning in other people's emotions, and realized I hadn't expressed my own feelings in years. For the first time in 19 years, I hung up on Ethan mid-sentence. The family was shocked. How could I be so selfish? "The kind who's tired of being everyone's free therapy session," I said quietly, and walked out. I moved into a studio apartment the next week. The guilt was crushing, but slowly I began to remember who I was. Went to actual therapy, discovered I enjoyed reading mystery novels, made friends who asked how I was doing, and waited for real answers. 6 months later, Mom called crying. "The family is falling apart without you. Maybe they'll learn to handle their own emotions now," I replied. "I'm not responsible for everyone's feelings." They adapted. Dad joined a support group. Mom started seeing a counselor. Ethan learned to process problems with friends his own age. Riley discovered she was stronger than anyone had given her credit for. Last week, Riley called just to chat. "I never realized how much pressure we put on you growing up. That wasn't fair. I'm 31 now. I have my own space, my own friendships, my own problems that I handle myself. I've learned something crucial. You can love your family without becoming their emotional receptacle. Some people will always see you as their personal dumping ground. The secret is learning to close that landfill and direct them to proper disposal sites, like therapists, support groups, or their own inner strength."